The experiment is a success. Behold, Frankie! Ho, ho, ho. Is she not something? I'm looking forward to an exhilarating series of experiments with her. Ah, a very nice Frankie. I'm sure you will agree. Just as I planned. I believe she has all the assets necessary to become a premier scientific laboratory assistant.
You say hello to the science.
Frankie has been helping to keep me company in your absence. Still, it is good to have you visit.
You talk about your explorations in Mordavia and the many amazing creatures you've encountered.
Yes, that is the way of the true scientist. Do not rely on what others have told you, but experience them for yourself. I am glad that you are finding your vacation in Mordavia an educational experience. Is she not a wonder? My Frankie, fully functional in every way. In fact, I imagine she could even, when you... Science? Ha! You ask me about science? Just look at Frankie there and you will understand. It is to acquire the knowledge of the very Here you are. Here you are. I am sorry, but I really cannot reveal the nature of the experiments Frankie and I intend to perform. More importantly, I do not want anyone else take... I am a genius! I shall be famous everywhere! There have been others who have worked on the reanimation of dead tissue, but no scientist has a Frankie like mine! Whoopee!
You say
I trust you will continue to do research. Do not be concerned if you should be unable to reach me during the next few days. Frankie and I shall be engaged in some very important and engrossing scientific research. A fine...
you tell Boris about Olga's avocado and garlic sandwiches.
How I used to love her avocado and garlic sandwiches. We had them on our wedding night, you know. You should have seen the garlic and avocado flowers decorating our wedding cake. Oh, beautiful. And she baked the cake herself. Oh, she always was a good cook. You remind me of how much I miss my wife. I shall go back and visit her. Fair. Goodbye.
More missing people. Boris came back to visit me. We had a lot to talk about. He says he'll come back again after work. It was nice to see. Yeah, good night, and don't let the bed...
You have a strong warning sensation. It is definitely dangerous to be here right now. You tell the wolves to stay calm. They don't seem particularly less agitated. One of the wolves that didn't that touch this wolf. Touch. You have a strong. The response is a low. The wolf.
Hello.
And 12 make 22. This killer plant will crawl to you. Hungry, hunting, seeking food. A berry bush with an attitude? Riddles, riddles, 3, 2, 1. Next one, and my riddling's done. Na 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 na. 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 Oops! Hi there. 5 from 15 leaves you 10. Find the heart scroll in its den. Its hidden hoard revealed at night. What's this undead? You must fight. Oops! Fight it! I'm almost out of riddles. I'll ask you nothing more, but come back in a while. Just
Gotcha!
Leashy, Leashy, riddles done. Thank you much for all the fun.
You have a strong. After. After some. After. You have a. Trying. This is a... You... Your legs are... Up. Up. After... Your leg... After... It feels like... As you repeat the man... Oh, that's... Every sense tingles with the feeling...
Return of the Red Hot Lovers. Go on in and... If I didn't know you better...
You feel a sense of weariness and more than a little hunger. Baba Yaga speaks out loud.
That's so true. Glue his shoes.
You find your feet stuck again to the floor.
Oh, back so soon, Cookie Face. I hope for your sake you brought us something to eat. After all, there's always room for Hero. You should know my taste by now. That is not something we can...
There's something strange.
Hey, if you and Baba got something going on...
Cut!
You find...
Oh, back... Well, it is true that Gru Goo makes a lovely sauce for ice cream sundaes. So what do you want for this?
You asked Baba Yaga about a Dark One ritual.
So, you heard about that, huh? I found it in the hangman's tree some years ago. You're asking for trouble, I hope you know. Using the ritual for any purpose will only bring you grief. It can be used in either one or two ways. Its main purpose is to bring a Dark One across to this world. However, a very powerful wizard could use it to send the Dark One back to its world. You don't qualify as a very powerful wizard as I see it. Still, you want it, you got it.
You put the ritual away in your pack.
Hero.
Can I help you out? Which way did you come in?
That... You have a strong... You turn the large skeleton key in the crypt door. With a sound like the groaning of an undead spirit, the massive door yawns wide open. You are in a dark, dank crypt, filled with bas-relief figures of long-departed knights and statues of the Grim Reaper. Stairs lead back up to the entrance. A brightly colored copy of the Borgov crest adorns part of the floor. Your danger sense tingles slightly as you enter the dark confines of this crypt. Spelling out the name Borgov in colors has caused a secret compartment to open in the crest. Inside is a small key which you add to your keyring. You see a coffin cover bearing a bas-relief sculpture of a knight. You see a coffin cover. Oh, such a cheery... The stone... You have entered into a dark passageway. You feel more than see a dark door at the end. Look out! There may be a wraith behind you! Inside the coffin is an old skeleton. The skeleton... Nothing now remains. Nothing... Nothing... Something... Watch out, it's a trap! Nothing... You hear nothing. You hear a hollow sound. Although this coffin does look like a door, there is no response. You find... As you shake hands with the Grim Reaper statue, the door at the top of the stairs opens. You quickly make your escape from the deadly crypt. That's not the right... That did... You hear... After... Now the... You get a fine meal of roast lamb garnished with red cabbage. Oh, and liberally flavored with garlic. They all turn to stare at you, then go back to talking.
Besides, look, here we are sitting around here.
Yeah, here's $10.
Right. Just because no one else seems to think so doesn't invalidate the point.
We don't go for that rumor spreading.
No way, Hans.
Oh, never. Oh, except for that one little cocktail waitress, you know. Well, we don't gossip about our neighbors in Moldavia, do we, Ivan?
Well, no, but you did used to tell everyone about the time Olga caught Boris drinking with us when he was supposed to be minding the store.
Hey, that wasn't gossip, it was...
And Franz, what about the story you tell about the time you saw Yuri and Bella in the garden one night?
What was that?
Hey, you're okay, all right?
So you see, we do not spread rumors here.
You know, it's been a while since I last used this crystal ball.
Like the time I caught you watching a dryad bathing in the lake, huh?
There is definitely some magic interfering with the vision. It's difficult to tell whether I'm getting through or not.
Either you are mystically rusty or your crystal ball is dusty.
You are not helping. I need to concentrate here. Oh, I think I'm starting to get something.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can adjust the antenna.
You hear the sudden sound of music and a different voice saying, "And now for something completely different." The music and the voices fade as you start to awaken. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. Nothing like a good breakfast to get you off to a good start in the morning, especially when everything's laced with garlic.
The werewolf threat has ended. Since you have found and rescued Igor, I have released our gypsy prisoner. It seems he was not a werewolf after all. All the peasant fears were for nothing.
I have been preparing a research report to tell the world about my process for reanimating dead. And yet, if I wait too long, then again, maybe there.
You say
I am glad.
you tell Dr. Cranium about the many undead creatures abroad in Moldavia, about the rumors that vampires inhabit the castle.
There are, of course, no such thing as living undead. Frankie is the closest that science can come to such a thing, and she is a product of science, not of magic. Vampires, rusalki, revenants, and wraiths are the products of superstition and fear. Their existence is scientifically impossible. Science is the basic. Here. Publish or perish, they say. It is not sufficient just to be the greatest scientist in the world. One must also strive to be the best known. Otherwise, research grants can be hard to obtain.
The key to writing a research report is always to remember this. A pen can be driven, but a pencil must be led.
Many of the Academy scientists are greedy, self-centered, and dishonest. Some of them have negative attributes as well. It is best not to let other scientists know too much about one's research until one is ready to publish the final results. If you should come across any interesting samples of unusual scientific specimens, please let me know. Perhaps I should keep the results of the Frankie experiment to myself. I am not sure if the world is quite ready for infinitely agreeable artificial women. I shall need to explore the situation.
Listen, you pick. Your legs are. That didn't do it.
Good day, and good to see you again.
Greetings and welcome to our camp. You are a stranger no longer. When you saved me from death, our lives became intertwined. Henceforth, you are to be known as a gypsy friend. Come now. I will take you to the leader of our camp.
So, you are the one my son spoke of. You saved his life. You also entered fearlessly into our den of wolves. You are a man of great courage. We gypsies owe you for our Davy, and I believe we will owe you for things to come. Welcome. I am the fortune teller. I will teach you a spell. It will protect you against the dead that rise again. I think you will find this most useful in your questings.
Gypsy fortune teller touches your head briefly. Magic flows through you. Now you know the aura spell.
Now, let us learn more of you. Why have you come here, and what do you seek? Oh my, for an outsider, you are most polite.
You tell the gypsies your name.
We are honored to know your name.
It is a good name, a strong name. You bear it well.
You tell about how you got here.
The dark cave? You escaped from there? Ah, you are very powerful and lucky. I would guess that a summoning spell went wrong. That cave interferes with all magic around here. But it is best not to speak of that cave. Someone brought you here for some unknown purpose. Most interesting.
You tell about the gnome and his problems.
Interesting. Baba Yaga has returned only recently to this valley. We have had scent of her to the far south. But the path to her hut is blocked by magic. You will need to find a way past that magical barrier.
You may call me Magda. That is the name I go by with you Gorgios.
Gorgio is the word we call anyone who is not a gypsy.
There are many legends about that ogress. We gypsies avoid her when we can. She is dangerous to enemies, and she takes offense easily. She has her hut to the south. There is some sort of magic hiding the pathway there. Her only weakness is her love of food. Be careful if you need to approach her. The Rusalka of the lake near here has been dead for many, many years. You cannot bring her back to life, but you can free her spirit. Our legends tell of the way to free the spirit of one who was murdered. First, she must know who she was and remember how she died. Then you must take the hair of the dead woman and weave it into a broom. You beat the broom 3 times upon the murderer's grave, and he will come forth. This act can be very dangerous. Now, if the ghost of the murderer rises, it will attack you. So you must be ready to destroy it. The last thing you must do is to give the spirit that which she truly desires. Then, at last, her spirit will be freed, and she will rest. I have been gifted by true sight and foreknowledge. These are gifts with knife edges. Oh, I have seen my own death, and knew my true love's death the day I met him. Still, it is most useful. I will read your fortune in the cards, if you wish. You have only to cross my palm with silver. So much for the legends about werewolves, huh? Or at least a coin of value. But I warn you, no future is fixed. What the cards show of the future can happen, but only if you take the actions to create this future. And it is not easy to determine what those actions are, dear. Such is life. This valley has always been a nexus of power. Magic is very strong here. My people for generations come here to renew and strengthen their ties to the mystical ways. My dear, we are not the only ones drawn by this power. The magician Irana created a magical refuge here. Others, more dark, were drawn here as well. Oh, be wary and watchful at all times here. The magic of this land has become twisted, and there are many dangers around you. Oh, there are many places and things of magic around here, and I am certain you will come across them in your travels. Irana was a powerful magician who came from this area. There is a garden in the forest which she created. Oh, it is such a place of safety for all who visit there. It is said that her final resting place is near here as well. Her staff stands in the town and protects those within the walls from outside harm. There are some things about which even I dare not speak. Even thinking about such creatures attracts them. Let us hope that you never need know of such matters. Creatures of the night, shapeshifters, skin changers. We are man or beast by our own will, to run on 4 legs, to howl at the moon, to chase the terrified prey through the hills. This is what it is to be truly alive. Oh, the legend of the werewolf is but a folk tale. We change our shape when we choose, not because the moon is in some silly phase. We are the beast with the mind of a man, and a man with the mind of a beast. It is not normally our way to speak so freely to outsiders. So why do I say so much to you? Because you need to know we are not your enemies. You have too many questions that cannot be answered, and your ignorance may be your doom. There is much to you. Your actions to come will affect us all. Do not doubt it. Therefore, I will speak honestly and openly on what I can. Now, I can see by your eyes that our future is linked to you, for weal or woe. We are the roving people, the tinkers and traders and tellers of fortunes. We are the dancers in the night and the music in the wilderness. We are the untamed ones who live only by our own rules. We own no land, and no land owns us. The world is ours for the travel.
Gorgio. We gypsies are not werewolves. We are shape-shifters. We take on the form of wolves for hunting. You can call me Davy. Names are very important. Davy is my name to outsiders. I also have a gypsy name and a true name. True names are not given lightly. We are roving traders. Our home is our wagon and campfire. We would have left this valley long ago if the flooding had not washed away the road and filled the mountain pass with swamp. The road from the town used to lead to the pass to the southwest. That was the only way in and out of this valley. The swamp is an ill place, and we gypsies stay far from it. I was borrowing some corn from the cornstalks outside the town when the burgomeister and some townsmen came from the gate. I moved behind the cornstalks to stay out of their way. They looked to be heading to the graveyard. Then one of them pointed at me and shouted, and suddenly they all grabbed me. I had no chance to run. I had no idea what was going on. I knew gypsies were disliked in the village, but I did not know we were so feared.
Now, you listen to the words of an old gypsy fortune-teller. You will initiate this reading of the cards. The shuffling and cutting attunes the cards to those vibrations which surround you. You do not control the cards, nor do I. It is the cards which show what they choose to show. I will reveal to you the meanings of the cards. It is up to you to interpret how they affect you. You may reveal the first card. The first card is the significator. It is the symbol of the subject of the reading. This is the Knight of Swords. This card represents a person who is courageous and skilled. This is one who holds the ideal of chivalry and goodness. One who is willing to face death gladly, to uphold what he knows is right and true. This card clearly represents you, and therefore this reading is about you. The cards which surround the significator represent the influences which affect your current situation. This next card represents something from the distant past which is relevant to the here and now. This card is the High Priestess. It is inverted, which means the meanings too are turned upside down. The High Priestess is some woman of your past. She is a person of selfishness and passion. Someone who seems to be very powerful, but her knowledge is limited by her own conceit. Turn over the next card to reveal more of this individual. The Four of Coins. Now that is the card of the miser. This woman of your past has power, but uses it selfishly. This is a person who cares only of her own needs and wants, and does not care what she does or how she influences others. This person is one who, as long as you satisfy her needs and vanity, will be willing to aid you, providing it does not require any amount of effort on her part. However, if you act against her, her vengeance will be swift and violent. This is not a person to disregard, and she plays an important part in the events around you. Reveal the next card, something of the more recent past, which has consequences in the present. This is the inverted King of Coins. This is an old and vicious man, someone who is willing to use any means to attain his desires. Someone who is dangerous and cannot be trusted or underestimated. Reveal the next card that we may learn more of this person. The devil. This is indeed an ill omen. This person is influenced by black magic, a man of power and dark desires. Yet the devil is a sign of bondage and subservience, and this person has faced unexpected failure of some sort. This is someone of great evil, someone who cannot be trusted. This is one who will bear you ill will, yet is somehow prevented from harming you or gaining his revenge for now. Should he gain his freedom, this man will seek to destroy all which stands between his goals and himself. Turn over the next card to reveal a surrounding influence. Ah, the Queen of Cups. Again, there is a female influencing your present. This is a woman of wisdom and love. She is kind, generous, and virtuous. Let us see what next the cards reveal of this person. The star. It is a symbol of hope and spiritual influence. Now, this is a woman in touch with her magical nature. She is gentle and loving, yet there is great strength within. This is a woman who generates hope and help through her actions. The next card reveals the overriding influence upon the future. The Queen of Swords. She is a woman of wit and skill, yet she has suffered through terrible hardship, and she is marked by her suffering. Oh, she faces her sorrows bravely, but with a deep, deep loneliness. The next card will tell us more about her. The Moon. It is the card of deception. This woman is a deceiver, or is deceived by her own beliefs. This card also reveals the magical nature of the woman. This is the strength which sustains her. Oh, she is either surrounded by false friends, or seeks to betray you herself. She is the victim, or the villainess. The final card will reveal the influence which will most affect you. The Void. About this card, I will not speak. I must meditate upon its meaning. This tableau shows the influences surrounding you. These people will affect your life for weal or for woe. It is up to you to determine how and what effect they will have upon you. That is all that the cards and I can reveal at this time. Make what you will of your fortune. I will speak no more of it.
You say goodbye.
Ah, you weary of talk. Good. You are a guest with us tonight. Let us join the others for food, drink, and dance, huh?
I hope you will enjoy the hospitality of my people.
You spend the evening in the joyful company of the gypsies. The gypsies seem to have gone all out to make you welcome in their camp. You've eaten a rich, spicy stew with no garlic, with fresh bread and plenty to drink. Now it's time to relax and enjoy.
Come, is she not beautiful? Ah, why do you hesitate? Go, join in the dance!
After hours of carousing with the gypsy wolves, you find yourself curling up into a comfortable position near the fire pit and sinking into a deep and dreamless sleep.
I had a vision of you again last night. I saw you walking by a lake. A woman rose from it and reached for you. I tried to yell to you, "Beware, Rusalka!" but you could not hear. Yet you kneeled beside the lake and spoke and laughed with her. I was amazed, for even the things of the dead can call you friend. I do not know the meaning of this. I only know that I dreamt true. You are a most remarkable man.
You tell about...
Ah, you tell strange stories, but I can sense that you speak true. You have lived a most exciting life. I do not think this valley will be the same when you leave. The Rusalka of the lake near here has been dead. I have always had dreams and visions. Some of these are true events. Some are only what could be true. These visions are, like most dreams, clouded in mists. Their meanings, too, are very shadowy. If you wish to learn of your future, allow me to look into the cards. You have... I am... Many are the kind. Some, like the Rusalki, are victims of crimes. Others, like the Wraiths, are the spirits of criminals who cannot rest. But most powerful and fearsome of all are the Nosferatu, the vampires. The Rusalki are the spirits of drowned maidens. Some are the victims of accidents, and others were the victims of murderers. They retain their physical bodies and try to drown all who approach them. There is said to be a Rusalka in the lake to the east. I have heard tales that a Rusalka may be tamed through kindness, but I have never heard of anyone actually trying such a thing. Oh, no. The Nosferatu, the undead which feed upon the blood of living things. If a man is drained unto death by a vampire, he will rise from his grave as a revenant, hungering for the taste of human flesh. If a vampire shares its own blood with its victim, the victim will rise from the grave as a slave of its vampire creator. It too will be a vampire, but it must obey the commands of its master. and cannot harm its master directly. Sometimes the sharer of vampire blood is not drained entirely by the master vampire. Thus, he can continue to live until struck down by a natural death. Then he will rise from his grave.
A wraith is a spirit who cannot rest because of greed. They refuse to leave behind their possessions, and so haunt the sight of those objects.
If you travel by night, you sometimes can see a mound of rocks where no rocks were by daylight. This is the burial mound of a wraith. Avoid it, for the wraith will try to draw their life from you if you get too close.
The old rulers of this land, the boyars of the castle, were the Borgov family. They ruled this land for as long as my people remember. The last boyar was a strange man, so it is said. What became of him, I do not know. Only that the son left the valley in shame and horror. When we heard rumors that Borgov Castle was again inhabited, we brought our wagons to Mordavia. We thought perhaps the old boyar's son had returned, and we could trade with him again. We met with the gatekeeper, who said that the Borgov family was dead. Oh, the castle was now owned by a distant cousin who promised to protect this valley as a true boyar. So we did some trading with the gatekeeper, but never saw signs of this Borgov cousin. Soon after this, the rain started to fall, and we were trapped here. I have always, if you wish to learn. Last night I had a most strange vision. I saw you standing in the forest. You were not near any water, yet I thought you were fishing. You threw something into the air that looked like a bird, and yet not a bird. The bushes rustled, then started moving towards the strange yellow bird. That was all I saw. It was most strange.
To tell about your meeting with Katrina.
I have no knowledge of such a person. Much is strange about your story. I would not entirely trust this Katrina if I were you. You fought a demon? Oh, then perhaps you can drive off the dark. But no, we must not even think of such things. It is far too dangerous to speak of it. The magician Irana's death is shrouded in mystery. I do not know her true fate, but I only know that her staff protects the town, and her garden protects anyone in need of safety. The staff of Irana has a great deal of magic. It protects the town from the undead. Although, between you and me, the townspeople do not know it. But I had a vision of it one night. I heard it speak in the dream. It told me how it protected the town and of its destiny spell. When the staff spoke no more, I saw a most beautiful crystal floating in the air. The staff touched it, and the crystal shattered. Oh, that was all I saw. In my vision, the staff said that it would guard the town until it cast its destiny spell. That one day, someone would bring a dead loved one before the staff. That person would trade his life force through the staff. The dead would rise, alive and well.
though the one who gave his life for the dead would never know. That would be a true sacrifice, done with foreknowledge and with much love. The staff still stands in the town, so I do not think anyone has been willing to make such a sacrifice. Irana's garden is to the south and a little west of here. It is a very good place to rest and heal. There used to be a small bush whose fruit was sweet and filling and always available, but someone dug it up and took it. Why anyone would do such a thing, I do not know. There is a tree whose fruit will restore magic to those who use it, but only a magical spell can get the fruit. If I have any more visions about you, I will let...
You say...
I have had many dreams about you, but last night I dreamed of a child. Her back was turned from me at first, but she was calling softly for her mama. Then she turned around, and her eyes glowed like fire. She spoke again and called your name. That was all I saw and heard. If I have...
Tell about Rakesh and your adventures in Tana.
You fought a demon? But...
You have a strange, disquieting feeling along with a sense of sorrow, longing, and unfulfilled desires as you near the lake. The briny lake seems to draw you towards it.
Hello. Have you learned anything while you were gone?
Tell the Rusalka her true name.
Elissa. Yes, that was my name. I'm starting to remember things now. I was going to be married. My fiancé and I came down to the lake for an evening swim. We were skinny dipping, actually. And then he wanted to, well, you know, but I wouldn't. So he drowned me. He always did have a low frustration point. That's how I became a Rusalka. You're going to sweep the grave of my fiancé with my hair in a broom? Won't that make him mad or something? You'd better be careful. He had a nasty temper, remember? I'm kind of frightened. I've been undead so long, I don't know what it's like to be really dead. I guess I'm going to find out. You want some of my hair? Sure. Here, I've got plenty of it. How do you think I'd look with short hair? You know, I can't even remember the jerk's name. Just as well we didn't get married. Please, be careful. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you because you're trying to help me, you know.
That did. Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave. That's not the... That didn't... That... You sweep the grave clean, but nothing... That did... You have a strain?
Hello. Have you...
Tell the Rosalka her true name.
Elissa. I was going to be married. My fiancé and I came down to the... so he drowned me. You're going to sweep the grave of my fiancé with my hair in a broom? I guess I've been skinny dipping ever since. You know,
That's not... You don't... The gravestone is cold. That did...
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. The Rusalka of the lake near here has been dead for many, many years. You cannot bring her back to life, but you can free her spirit. Our legends tell of the way to free the spirit of one who was murdered. First, she must know who she was and remember how she died. Then you must take the hair of the dead woman and weave it into a broom. You beat the broom 3 times upon the murderer's grave. And in this act, the...
You sweep the grave clean. You, you, that, This headstone reads, Onodare, the inscription on this headstone reads, Arkan Tenor walked at night. Arkan saw his... Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue, to his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do. Fixed herself some Barney stew. Here lies Janos. That's not the right... That's not the right... That's not the... That's not... You sweep the grave. You sweep the grave. You sweep the... You... That didn't... That didn't do anything. You sweep the... That did... That didn't... You have a strange, disquieting feeling along with a sense of sorrow, longing, and unfulfilled desire.
Hello. Have you learned anything while you were gone?
To tell the Rosalka her...
Elis, I was going to be... So he drowned me. You know, I can't even... You want some of my... You're going to...
You sweep the grave. That did... That's not the... That... You dust yourself. You dust... This gravestone is... Here lies Jan. That's not... That didn't...
You do not need to go looking for trouble. It will always find you. Please take care.
You think you've done about as much... Well... 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 Well, that... Well... Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Thank you for your payment.
Nothing like a good breakfast to get you off to a good start in the morning. Especially...
This... Nikolai, the old man, is dead. He wandered out of town yesterday, and I only found his tattered remains. He will be missed. So she has been looking for Nikolai all this time, just as he was looking for her. I guess they must truly love one another. I hope they will be happy in the afterlife. Nikolai used to take me fishing at the lake when I was young. He was like an older brother to me. Anna was a sweet woman who really loved him. They were very happy together. I used to take care of Nikolai, make sure he was safe at home, eating food, getting rest, that sort of thing. It's going to feel very strange to know he's not around anymore. Everyone here will miss Nikolai. It is a very sad occasion. Goodbye. And try not to run into any more ghosts, please.